Did you know Ice Cube almost passed on Are We There Yet? Despite mixed reviews from critics, this family comedy resonated with audiences, becoming a box office hit and a favorite for many young moviegoers. But what about the child actors who brought those characters to life? From their adorable on-screen moments to their blossoming careers today, let's see how the child stars of this family comedy have grown up. The Are We There Yet journey continued beyond the big screen with sequels and even a sitcom. But did the original cast stay on board for all the fun? Let's find out what became of the stars who brought this road trip adventure to life. Number 1. Ice Cube as Nick Persons. Nick's still getting the hang of being a husband and dad. He used to be a big athlete, but now he works a regular job, maybe not the most glamorous one, something about a kidnapping factory. Even though his mom's a bit out there, Nick has strong family values and works hard to take care of his own family now. He used to own a sports store, but recently sold it to his friend Martin. Straight out of Compton, the voice of a generation, Ice Cube. He dropped reality bombs on wax, then went Hollywood and smashed the box office. He rose to fame as a founding member of NWA, a seminal hip-hop group that not only revolutionized gangster rap with their raw and confrontational lyrics, but also ignited important conversations about race and social issues in America. Cube's lyrics were unflinching, drawing both praise and criticism. But there was no denying his talent and impact. But Ice Cube wasn't content to just be a rap star. He had a passion for acting too, and in 1991, he landed a breakout role in John Singleton's Boys and the Hood. This gritty coming-of-age story showcased his dramatic acting ability and proved he was more than just a rapper with a microphone. This launched a successful film career that has seen him become a true Hollywood A-lister. Cube has shown his acting range by taking on a wide variety of roles. He's delivered hilarious performances in stoner comedies like Friday, which he also wrote and produced, a film that became a cult classic. He's brought intensity to dramas like the war film Three Kings and the police drama Rampart. He's even flexed his comedic muscles again in the Ride Along franchise alongside Kevin Hart. And if that wasn't enough, he's added director to his resume and even lent his voice to animated features like The Book of Life. Ice Cube never fully abandoned his musical roots, though. He released several successful solo albums throughout the 90s and 2000s, continuing to push boundaries with his thought-provoking lyrics. But Hollywood kept calling, and he continued to act steadily, proving his ability to seamlessly transition between music and film. Whether you know him from his groundbreaking music or his entertaining and thought-provoking films, Ice Cube is a force to be reckoned with. He's a multi-talented artist who has left his mark on both hip-hop and Hollywood, inspiring countless artists and moviegoers along the way. Nick Persons was played by Ice Cube when he was 36 years old, and now he is 55 years old. Number 2. Nia Long as Suzanne Kingston. Suzanne's a really nice person, always positive and cheerful. Nick can be a bit hot-headed, and that gets on her nerves sometimes. She's a busy bee, a new mom with 2 kids, but she also works as an event planner. She's really good at her job, known for her cool ideas and for making sure everything runs smoothly. Suzanne's strong and independent, and she brings a fun energy to her relationship with Nick. Weird thing is, she just disappeared from the show in season 3. No explanation, nothing. The creators are staying quiet about it, which has fans going crazy with theories. Nia Long has been captivating audiences for decades. She burst onto the scene in the early 90s, stealing hearts as Cuba Gooding Jr.'s girlfriend in Boys and the Hood and charming everyone on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air alongside Will Smith. Nia quickly proved her acting chops, landing roles in a string of hit movies like Friday, Love Jones, and Soul Food. She wasn't afraid to take on diverse characters, showcasing her range from charming rom-com leads to more dramatic roles. Her performance in The Best Man even earned her a prestigious Image Award. But Nia wasn't just about movies. She brought her talent to television as well, earning critical acclaim for her role as Detective Sasha Monroe on Third Watch, which garnered her 2 more Image Awards. Nia's success continued into the 2000s. She starred in the hilarious Big Mama's House franchise and delivered heartwarming performances in family comedies like Are We There Yet? Alongside Ice Cube. Throughout her career, Nia Long has consistently delivered strong performances, proving herself to be a talented and versatile actress. She's a true Hollywood leading lady who has paved the way for other African-American actresses in the industry. Suzanne Kingston was played by Nia Long when she was 35 years old, and now she is 53 years old. Number 3. Alicia Allen as Lindsay Kingston. Like most teens, Lindsay's social circle is a huge part of her life. Spending time with friends and staying connected, probably through endless texting, is high on her priority list. But that doesn't mean she doesn't have a strong bond with her family. Deep down, she knows they're important, even if hanging with friends might be more tempting in the moment. School life isn't always smooth sailing for Lindsay. Trouble seems to have a way of finding her, and she might occasionally clash with her brother Kevin. Maybe it's sibling rivalry, or maybe they just push each other's buttons. But one thing's for sure, there's never a dull moment in Lindsay's world. Alicia Allen started young. Before she could even read, she was already acting and modeling. By the age of 7, she had landed a recurring role on an educational show called Out of the Box. Her voice talents even landed her a gig on the beloved children's series, Blue's Clues. Alicia didn't stop there. She made her big screen debut in the romantic comedy The Best Man, and then stole the show alongside Jack Black in the hilarious rock mockumentary School of Rock. Road trip comedies became her specialty. She played the lead role of Lindsay in both Are We There Yet? And its sequel, Are We Done Yet? These films showcased her comedic timing and established her as a young star to watch. Now all grown up, Alicia, who sometimes goes by her full name, Alicia Lene Allen, has continued to act, taking on a role in the dark comedy Young Adult. Her career is a testament to her talent and perseverance, and we're excited to see what she does next. Lindsay Kingston was played by Alicia Allen when she was 35 years old, and now she is 53 years old. Number 4. Philip Bolden as Kevin Kingston. Soccer is Kevin's life. He's a huge fan and loves watching his favorite player score goals on TV. When he's not glued to the screen, you can probably find him tinkering with gadgets and computers. He's a bit of a tech whiz for a 10-year-old. Kevin's a smart kid, maybe even a little ahead of his friends. He's both clever and funny, making him a lovable character. One thing Kevin struggles with is asthma, but that doesn't slow him down. He might also have a knack for bending the rules a bit to get what he wants. Deep down, Kevin just wants some attention. This can sometimes make him jealous of his sister Lindsay, leading to sibling squabbles. But even though they fight like crazy, you know they secretly love each other. After all, that's what siblings do, right? Omar Bolden spent years racking up credits on our screens before taking a break from acting. Back in the early 2000s, catching him on shows like King of Queens or Malcolm in the Middle wasn't uncommon. He even landed recurring roles on sitcoms, making him a recognizable face for many viewers. But Omar's talents extended beyond TV. He showed his comedic chops alongside Rob Schneider in The Animal and popped up in other films like Johnson Family Vacation. He even snagged a lead role in a music video. Can you believe he was the star of Macy Gray's Sweet Baby? After a decade-long hiatus, Omar's back in the game. He recently landed a main role on the AMC show Millennials, proving he's still a force to be reckoned with in the entertainment industry. Kevin Kingston was played by Philip Bolden when he was 10 years old, and now he is 29 years old. Number 5. Jay Moore as Marty Martin's a single guy who's always on the lookout for love, but isn't afraid to play the field a bit. There's a hint that he might have dated Nick's wife, Suzanne, in the past, but that's all water under the bridge now. Martin enjoys life, hanging out with his friends, and is always there to lend Nick a hand, especially when it comes to dealing with relationship troubles. He's basically a wingman and a good listener all rolled into one. Jay Mohr is a jack-of-all-trades in the entertainment industry. He's a stand-up comedian, actor, writer, radio host, and podcast creator, all wrapped up in one energetic package. Born in 1970, Mohr started his career in the late 80s, grinding away on the stand-up circuit. His talent landed him a coveted spot on Saturday Night Live in the mid-90s, but as he recounts in his memoir, it wasn't always smooth sailing. Despite the challenges, Mohr's brash humor opened doors in Hollywood. He landed roles in movies like Jerry Maguire and showed his acting chops in the short-lived but critically acclaimed series Action. Never one to be typecast, Mohr created the reality show Last Comic Standing in 2003, giving a platform to aspiring comedians. He also hosted his own sports radio show and continued to tour as a stand-up comic. By the late 2000s, Mohr found himself playing memorable characters on TV shows like The Ghost Whisperer and Gary Unmarried. He even released comedy albums and launched his own podcast network. Through stand-up routines, acting roles, radio shows, and podcasts, Jay Mohr has carved out a unique and successful path in the entertainment industry. Marty was played by Jay Mohr when he was 35 years old, and now he is 53 years old. Number 6, MC Gainey as Al. There's this big-hearted trucker named Big Al. He sees Nick yelling at two kids, Kevin and Lindsay, and totally misunderstands. He thinks Nick's a kidnapper. When Lindsay waves for help, Big Al freaks. He calls a friend, then floors it and rams Nick's SUV into the guardrail, sparks flying everywhere. Nick tries to escape, but things get crazy. He swerves out of control, crosses oncoming traffic, plows through trees, and takes a nasty tumble. Luckily, everyone's okay. But Nick's car is toast. Since the early 1980s, MC Gainey, that's Mike Connor Gainey to his folks, has been a character actor like no other. With his imposing physique and a face that can switch from gruff to sly in a heartbeat, he's carved out a niche playing bad guys, good old boys, and everything in between. Gainey's career began in 1981, and he quickly became a recognizable face on television. Early on, he landed roles on shows as varied as the nostalgic sitcom Happy Days and the rollicking car chase action of The Dukes of Hazzard. He even fit right in with the crew on The A-Team, proving his ability to handle roles with a touch of physicality. In 1990, he took a stab at a lead role in the legal series Against the Law, playing the rough-around-the-edges investigator J.T. Miggsy Meigs. While the show didn't last beyond its first season, it showcased Gainey's potential to carry a series. Undeterred, Gainey kept busy throughout the 90s, racking up credits on established shows like Matlock and the action-packed Walker, Texas Ranger. He also transitioned seamlessly to the big screen, playing memorable villains in movies like Con Air, alongside Nicolas Cage, and Breakdown, starring Kurt Russell. These roles solidified his reputation for playing characters who were equal parts intimidating and unpredictable. But the 2000s proved that MC Gainey wasn't a one-trick pony. He landed the role of Tom Friendly on the hit island drama Lost. While the character initially appeared to be another gruff islander, Gainey brought unexpected depth to the role, revealing layers of mystery and even a touch of humor. This portrayal demonstrated Gainey's ability to go beyond the stereotypical bad guy and surprise audiences with his range. Al was played by MC Gainey when she was 57 years old, and now she is 76 years old. Number 7. Henry Simmons as Carl. While Carl may not have been the most outspoken character, he played a key role in the Harper family's lives. Reverend Meacham was the minister at the church Thelma Harper and her family attended. He married Thelma's son, Vinton, to Naomi, and even officiated at poor Fran Crowley's funeral. It seems he wasn't afraid to lend a hand, or a prayer, whenever the Harpers needed it. He wasn't without his challenges, though. Remember his mischievous grandson, Eugene? Eugene's antics, both in church and at the Harper household, definitely put the Reverend's patience to the test. Despite the occasional troublemaker, Reverend Meacham remained a constant and supportive presence in the Harper family's lives. Not one to mug for the camera or pursue stardom to feed his ego, actor Henry Simmons has thanked his parents for a solid upbringing. They taught him that hard work and doing his best are the keys to success, and thanks to this advice, the actor has become a household name. Born and raised in idyllic Stamford, Connecticut into a middle-class home, Dad was an IRS officer, Mom was a teacher. Simmons attended Franklin Pierce College where he majored in business and flirted with acting. He moved to New York City to study and pursue a career in acting. His first acting job was the movie Above the Rim, starring Tupac Shakur. He made his TV debut in a 1994 Saturday Night Live skit that infamously starred Martin Lawrence. He then got numerous guest star roles on television, roles in film, as well as making his New York theater debut in William Ing's Boy in the Basement. After working 6 years in New York, he then moved to Los Angeles to pursue more opportunities. He went on to star on NYPD Blue for 6 seasons, CBS drama Shark, and has been featured in The Cleaner, Raising the Bar, Bones, and Agents of SHIELD. He most recently was the lead for the Ava DuVernay series Cherish the Day. Carl was played by Henry Simmons when she was 35 years old, and now he is 53 years old. Number 8. Viv Leacock as Nick's pal on the street. Nick's best bud is a real character. They're both like walking contradictions, totally streetwise but with a funny side. They love talking trash, sharing weird stories, and seeing the world in their own unique way. But beneath all the quirks, Nick's pal is one of the most loyal friends you could ask for. They've always got Nick's back, no matter how strange things get. They're always down to help, even if their solutions are a little unorthodox. Their wild personalities and unwavering support definitely make for some unforgettable moments. Canadian actor Viv Leacock has been making audiences laugh for nearly 2 decades. He got his big break in 2002, starring alongside his comedy idol Eddie Murphy in I Spy. Viv isn't just funny, though. He's a versatile actor who has appeared in a variety of films and television shows. He's shared the screen with Ice Cube and Nia Long in the Are We There Yet movies, and even went back in time with John Cusack in Hot Tub Time Machine. He's also earned recognition for his dramatic acting, receiving a Leo Award nomination for his role in the environmental thriller The Thaw. Looking for something a little different? Catch Viv as Grips, a member of a wacky group of misfits in the BBC America series Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency. He's also appeared in the hilarious series Loudermilk and the sci-fi hit Lost in Space. Viv is a familiar face for Hallmark fans, too. He plays Detective Fincher Garland on Haley Dean Mysteries and will be appearing in the upcoming season of the long-running series When Calls the Heart, alongside 2 of his own children. When he's not working, Viv enjoys spending time with his wife Davina of 27 years and their 3 children. This talented actor is sure to keep gracing our screens for years to come. Nick's pal on the street was played by Viv Leacock when he was 31 years old, and now he is 50 years old. Number 9. Nancy Robertson as Lady Airport Cop. Lady Airport is like a walking mystery. This quirky character shows up out of the blue, surprising everyone with her unconventional ways. No one really knows where she comes from or why she keeps popping up around the Harpers. She's kind of an enigma, always appearing at the most unexpected times. But one thing's for sure. Lady Airport knows how to make an entrance. Her strange comments, odd habits, and the way she interacts with everyone else always lead to hilarious situations. She's like a walking punchline, guaranteed to bring chaos and laughter wherever she goes. Canadian actress Nancy Robertson is a familiar face to fans of the sitcom Corner Gas. She brings the character of Wanda Dollard to life with her comedic timing and charm. But Nancy's talents extend far beyond this beloved series. Born and raised in Vancouver, Nancy honed her improv skills with the Vancouver Theatre Sports League. This early training prepared her for a successful career in sketch comedy, including a stint on The 11th Hour. She's also appeared in films like The Delicate Art of Parking, alongside her future husband, Brent Butt. Speaking of Brent Butt, Nancy isn't just his co-star on Corner Gas, she's his wife. The couple met while working on the show and have been married since 2005. They even collaborated again on the sitcom Hiccups, where Nancy played a children's author with a bit of a temper. Nancy's impressive resume also includes guest appearances on shows like Dead Like Me and a memorable turn in the miniseries Alice. Whether it's sketch comedy, sitcoms, or miniseries, Nancy Robertson proves she's a comedic force to be reckoned with. Lady Airport Cop was played by Nancy Robertson when she was 34 years old, and now she is 53 years old. Number 10. Alistair Abel as train conductor. The train conductor is like the coolest character you meet on the street. They've got their own way of doing things, love a good story, even if it's a little weird, and aren't afraid to say what's on their mind. Whether they're dishing the latest dirt, telling crazy tales, or giving advice honed from life experience, they always add a dash of unexpected flavor. One thing's for sure, they've got your back. You might not always understand what they're doing, but they'll be there for you, no matter how strange things get. Their loyalty and willingness to help, even in the most unusual situations, can be pretty darn funny sometimes. Alistair Abel was a Canadian screen and voice actor who enjoyed a long and successful career in Hollywood. His distinctive voice and acting talents graced both the big and small screen for decades, leaving a mark on audiences across genres. Abel's early career saw him tackle roles in a variety of projects. He appeared in action films like Blacklight and dramas like The Road Home alongside Danny Aiello. He also showcased his comedic timing in projects like Hollywood Off-Ramp, and even lent his voice to family-friendly shows like Santa Mouse and the Rat Deer. This versatility would become a hallmark of his career. Alistair Abel's legacy extends far beyond any one role. He was a talented actor who could seamlessly transition between genres, bringing life to characters both funny and dramatic. His voice acting skills further solidified his place in the entertainment industry. While he is no longer with us, his performances will continue to entertain audiences for years to come. Train Conductor was played by Alistair Abel when he was 41 years old, and now he is 59 years old. Number 11. Sean Millington as Frank Kingston. There's trouble in paradise for Frank and Suzanne. They divorced months ago, and Frank hasn't been much of a father to Kevin and Lindsay. He keeps trying to win them back, but Suzanne and her new husband, Nick, don't trust him. Why the lack of trust? Suzanne says Frank blows off visits with lame excuses. He even lied about being sick to avoid them, all while secretly marrying someone new and having a baby girl with her. The baby is older than the time elapsed since their divorce, which makes Suzanne furious. Sean Millington is a true Canadian success story. He carved a path for himself in not one, but two very different careers, professional football and acting. Millington's athletic journey began on the gridiron. Starting in high school, he played football throughout his college years at Simon Fraser University. He even tried out for the NFL, but experts recommended the CFL to allow him to develop his skills. This proved to be a wise decision. Sean Millington is a testament to hard work and pursuing your passions. Whether on the football field or the silver screen, he has consistently impressed audiences with his dedication and talent. Frank Kingston was played by Sean Millington when he was 38 years old, and now he is 56 years old. Number 12. Shireen Haas as Frank's wife. Shireen Haas was born in Vancouver, BC, to Trinidadian and German parents. She studied psychology at Simon Fraser University and received her degree while initiating her career as a model and fashion show coordinator. After university, Shireen set off to travel to Europe and the Middle East, where she was inspired to pursue her career in fashion and eventually settled in Italy. With those accomplishments under her belt, Shireen returned to Vancouver and decided to study for and work her way into the Vancouver film industry. Her first acting job landed her a significant recurring role, playing Sarah on the hit Japanese TV miniseries Proof of the Man. Shireen has since continued to work at a steady pace, landing roles in both TV and film projects, such as A Million Little Things, and Mary J. Blige's Real Love and Strength of a Woman. Frank's wife was played by Shireen Haas when she was 38 years old, and now she is 56 years old. Number 14. C. Ernst Harth, as Ernst Harth isn't just a guy with a bunch of cool movie credits. Acting has been his life's work since he started in high school theater and improv. Now, he's a busy character actor with a ton of roles under his belt, from spooky films like Thur 13 and Ghosts to fun stuff like the voice of Obelix in the Asterix movies. You might even recognize him from Capote or Smokin' Aces 2, Assassin's Ball. But Harth isn't afraid to be behind the camera, too. He's worked as a producer on a few films, including one with director Anthony Harrison where they go way back. He even helps promote independent films and actors by keeping track of them on platforms like IMDb. Seems like this Canadian actor is a true all-rounder in the entertainment world. Ernst was played by C. Ernst Harth when he was 35 years old, and now he is 54 years old. We really loved revisiting the cast of Are We There Yet? With you guys. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, hit that like button and subscribe for more blasts from the past. We've got tons of videos about your favorite classic films and TV shows. Want to see what the cast is up to now? Check out the links in the description below. And speaking of blasts from the past, next time, we're going to delve into the world of another classic sitcom. Can you guess which one? Subscribe to find out. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.